there, language arts lesson on Monday. So I know you can't see this yet, but I'm going to move out a little bit and the light will change, and I think you'll be able to read this with me. You might see the picture enough to make it out that it's a sheep. We're talking about sheep this week because our Bible lesson is about sheep, the Good Shepherd. So I wanted to do a poem today with you about sheep. And I bet you've heard this poem before. A lot of poems, especially the older ones that are nursery rhymes, people have put to music, because one thing about a poem is it has like a rhythm to it. Like we can clap it out kind of, and it kind of has a sound to it. A lot of times there's rhyming words in there, not always. A poem doesn't have to rhyme, but a lot of times it has rhyming words in it. Just like we've written a poem, we've written a cheer, class cheers, and we have those rhymes at the end. That's what we see. We've done some other ones. We're going to do them this week that we did at the beginning of school, and you'll like those. But we'll see if you've heard this one before. At first, what I want us to do is read it. So I want you to kind of read with my pointer finger as I move out, and you'll be able to see the words. And then we can try to sing it, okay? And I want you to think about those rhyming words as we're reading it, and kind of how it has this, even as we're reading it before we sing it, it kind of has this rhythm to it, okay? Let's see if we can do this. This is how we can learn to write well. So ba, that's a silly B-A-A. We've never really seen that before. It's ba, like a sheep says ba. Ba, what's that word? Black, you know that one, sheep. Ba, black sheep. That's the name of this one. Ba, black sheep, have you any wool? See the question mark? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. Now, I see some words in there that we know. I see a number word, 3. I see have, you, yes. Those are all some of our sight words, right? And then the sh, sheep, okay? So that's the first part. And then it says 1 for the master and 1 for the dame. Now, dame is a word that people used to use a long time ago. That means a lady. So it's just kind of like a synonym for a lady. A master would have been a man that someone worked for. So 1 of the sheep is for the master, 1 is for the lady, and 1 for the little boy. Oops, let's see if I can do this. What's that word? That's a sight word. Who lives down the lane. Okay, and there's a period there. You can't see it very well, but I want you to know that was a sentence. Okay, so there's 3 sheep. And do you have any wool sheep? Because sheep have wool, right? There's enough, a bag of wool for the man. There's a bag for the lady, and there's a bag for a little boy who lives down the road, down the lane, down the road, okay? Now, have you heard this song before? Try sing it with me. So did you hear the rhymes? Okay, so I heard wool and full, and I heard dame and lane. Doesn't really rhyme, but it kind of gives that rhythm. That's what we're talking about, a rhythm. So let's try it. Ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, 2 for the dame, 3 for the little boy who lives down the lane. And then they repeated, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Now, if we were in class together, I would have us act this out. So maybe you could gather your brothers and sisters and your dogs and your cats. Your dog could be the sheep. That would be so cool. And maybe mom, maybe grandma, I don't know, maybe dad, and have them act it out with you. You could say it or sing it, and they could act it out, or they could say it, sing it, and you can act it out. It's just kind of fun. But we're wanting to think about poetry as a way of writing, and it's a way that we can write. We want things to sound well. We want them to go together. We can use rhyming as a way to be a good writer. All right? Okay, and the Lord is your shepherd. You have nothing that you need that the Lord will not provide for you and for me. Okay? I love you.